guys. Welcome to Just Another Conversation. This is your host, Mr. Unspeakable, and I haven't been here for a couple of days. I just wanted to take some time off. I'm currently working on a book. I've been writing it for a while. Um, I'm about 200 pages in, and it's just news. American news, American politics are very upsetting, and at times they could be very boring. And I just had to take a couple of days off. And but I have to say that I'm pretty upset with news. I didn't really prep the news tonight. I just kind of wanted to jump in and talk about a couple of things because what is happening, it's pretty upsetting, and I'm very upset. It makes me want to scream. That's how upset I am. And I think the rest of the people should be screaming right now with me because this new law about SNAP food benefits is totally it's just there to fuck with people and to, let's say, it's just put in purposely to mess with people. It's put in purposely so that it will be harder and harder for us to feed our children and feed ourselves. Um, and then this bullshit about the age limit too that was raised. Um, the the title of an article is Trump administration's new SNAP requirements take effect for food stamp recipients. Now, I didn't read the article, but I'm already angry because it says that, first of all, they call it a big, beautiful bill. I would probably say that it's a big, crappy bill. And honestly, I'm not too worried about, after what I'm about to say. This bill totally sucks. It's terrible. And I would please ask Mr. Trump to remove this terrible, terrible law or bill or wherever the fuck this is because it's making me angry and it should make a lot of you angry also. It says that Trump's administration's new requirements for the national largest food aid program went into effect Monday with the aim of reforming the costly system. First, it doesn't cost the system anything. We're spending billions and trillions of fucking dollars on weapons, on bombings, and going to different countries and bombing other people and bombing brown people. We have spent so much money on this, just the stupidest things ever. And the fact that they're saying that this is just somehow going to make us poorer by all means, it's just going to take money away from the government. And look at this. Look at this garbage. President Donald Trump's one big beautiful bill raised the age limit from 54 to 60 fucking 4. Are you kidding me right now? Like, how many people do even live to be 54? 64 fucking years of age? How many of us is going to be alive by the time we hit 64? And then most of these people, listen, this SNAP benefits are put in place really carefully and with purpose. When this was put in place, okay, they didn't just give it to anybody. This was put in place to specifically help people who are in between jobs, people that are sick, people that have bad back, mental issues like, anxiety problems, PTSD, our veterans, all the people that they have a reason that they cannot make it to work. This was put away. This was, voted for, I don't know how many years ago, but I remember back in the 90s, I used to have to work. When I first came to the United States in 94, I remember I worked for Parks of New York, and I just looked at my slip just a couple of days ago. So I worked every day. I remember getting up in the morning. I was in the Parks of New York in Brooklyn at 7 a.m. and I would work all the way to about 4 or 3 to 4 p.m. And I would work every day, Monday through Friday, sometimes even Monday to Sunday, for the paycheck that was $234 a month. A month. This was in 1994. All right, and it made me work. That's okay. I was young. I could work. I thankful I didn't have any issues, any problems. But a lot of people out there, and I'm in my 40s now. Back then, I was, 19, 20 years old. And I'm like, okay, whatever, to help my parents, help my brother. Sure, I'll go to work, no problem. But now they raised 54 to 64, so 10-year limit. And you have to work, volunteer, 80 hours per month. How? For people that can't actually get out of a chair or do anything. People that have freaking glitches in their head, or veterans who are missing their arm or leg or an eye. People who, I'm telling you, if you have anxiety issues and panic attacks, they're severe. There's no fucking way in hell you can work. And I'm telling you this right now because I know people and I know I have it and I still work. And that shit hits you like a freight train. Anxiety attacks, panic attacks, you cannot work like that. And when you go to a doctor and you ask them for medication and you ask them if they think you're a drug addict, you go in there and you say, hey, I have severe panic attacks. They're like, oh, no, we're not going to give you nothing because you're a drug addict. You just want drugs. But in reality, you have issues. But we're not going to give you drugs. But we prescribe it to ourselves because we're doctors. We can always prescribe it to ourselves for as much as we want and we fucking need. And then this big, beautiful shit bill, whatever it is, it says people 50. So the raise limit for 54 to 64, and volunteer at least 80 hours per month to qualify, and activities to receive assistance for the yeah. So you have to 80 hours a month. That is just shit ton of hours. And I'm telling you, even for those who could work, that's still a shit ton of hours. The size and scope of SNAP, which supports more than 40 million Americans, came under renewed scrutiny during the government shutdown as funding for the sweeping food assistance program near the funding lapse. In FY SNAP served an average of 41.7 million participants per month, about 12% of Americans, costing taxpayers, they're saying it costs taxpayers roughly $99 billion. Oh no. Why don't we take that fucking money and buy bombs? How about that? Wouldn't that be better? The Congressional Budget Office projects the new requirements will reduce the average monthly, this is such a freaking just pile of garbage, average monthly number of SNAP recipients about 2. So they're saying this, well, yeah, of course it's going to reduce by 2.4 million over the next 10 years. Yeah, hey, that's not called reduce. What that is called, we're going to kick you off the freaking SNAP. We're going to kick you off your Medicare, your Medicaid, and go fuck yourself. That's what that means. That doesn't mean reduce, okay? That just means let's mess with people. Let's F with people, okay? Just because we can and we want to. It's just not fair. It really isn't fair that the rich get to have any food they want from any store, not even worrying the price or the cost of anything that they want to buy. But then here, they want to cut. They take from the poor. They want to take from the poor. People that, and not just poor, but sick. They want to take it away from the sick. 186,000 deceased. They're claiming that 186,000 deceased people out of 500,000 who are passed away are still receiving these benefits. And it's not possible. I'm telling you. It's not possible. If you've ever received food stamps, if you have ever received food stamps like I have, okay, I am telling you right now, there's no way in hell that you can receive food stamps when you're dead, okay, because that's what they're saying right here. The only way you can receive food stamps is if you're alive, Okay, and then this bullshit, the 186,000 past people receiving out of 500, that's just pile of crap. And the proof that you have just to get this shit is beyond me. The requirement, the paperwork that they're always looking for, the they're torture the crap out of you every month. They tell you that like we need your last 3 or 4 paychecks of your work. We need the last paycheck of every last week of your pay stubs, and they want exactly the amount that you're making every week. They want just how much each person is making in the house, and why are you making that what you're making, and you're gonna make a certain amount, and if you're above just a little bit above that amount, you don't qualify. If you're just underneath that amount, you qualify. I mean, this is just bogus, and people should be outraged because of this. And they're raising the age to 65. That's crazy, man. And they're saying these this is good stuff. This is good. Good. Yeah, let's throw off 2.4 million people of Snap. That's a good thing. Hey, this is what they say right here. This will reduce the average monthly number by 2.4 million over the next 10 years. No, it's not going to reduce the freaking 2.4 over the next year. It's going to reduce 2.4 million over months. That's what's going to do. The Trump administration has claimed the costs for the benefits have grown out of control due to the growing reliance on the program and fraud with the system. I'm telling you, the requirements for the food stamps, for Medicare, Medicaid, for you to qualify are beyond impossible. And the fact that they're claiming that somehow that people are getting it, there's no way. These people are not that stupid to let just money go out the window like that. I am telling you, first of all, they have to know every single thing about your household. These people they're giving you, the DHS, they have to get up your ass so deep that your head would start to spin. Because if they don't get you up your ass that deep, they wouldn't know what you're eating the next day or the day before or for your breakfast, because that's literally how informed they are about everything that's going on in your household. And I'm thankful for everything that they've helped people, they've helped my family, and I'm thankful. But I'm just telling you, the requirements for this are bizarre. I mean, straight out of freaking horror movie. I mean, it's not enough for them to so you can just tell them, hey, okay, well, this is how much I'm making. All right, I'm making, I don't know. Let's say you're making $200 a week, right? That will be on the poor side or less. That's not enough for them. You gotta tell them more. You know. And if you don't tell them what they want to hear, they don't care, and they just cut you off. You're gonna show up at the fucking pharmacy one day, excuse my language, and you're gonna go look for a medication, and they're gonna tell you, yeah, your Medicare is not working, your Medicaid, it's not going through. Why? Yeah, because they cut me off, and they didn't tell you that they're gonna cut you off. They used to send you a letter. They used to let you know, like, I don't know, a week ahead or something like that. Hey, you're not gonna get your benefits anymore. But now they don't fucking tell you anything. They just cut you off. And then this garbage piece of crap of a man, Scott Bessent. Oh man. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent posted Friday on X that this department is set to block illegal immigrants from accessing federal benefits. It's all illegal immigrants. Yes. Yes. We finally did it. We did it. It is all illegals who are doing everything. we're, God, how did we not know this before? Fuck. Who is it? Is it the Mexicans? Is it the Bosnians? Is it the Serbians? Who's doing it? Is it the Iranians? I mean, fuck, did it get that deep? I mean, yeah, just blame it on the brown people and Central Europeans or whatever the fuck we are anymore, and how people even call us anymore nowadays. And I will tell you right now, you want me to get a job? Don't spread fucking racism, okay? Because you go out there and you spread racism as someone in the government, let's say, I don't know, maybe our president or someone like that. People listen to what presidents have to say, and you, as an immigrant, you go to look for a job. Everybody's looking at you like you're a turd walking through a door. And trust me, nobody wants a turd, okay? And that's what they make you look like when you're going to look for a job. And trust me, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I Man, I don't even want to fucking go there. I'm telling you, I've looked for jobs. I've had so I've had so much hard time finding even the simplest of the jobs. Not because I don't know how to do stuff. I worked my whole life, but I've seemed like I'm always in the run for a job. It always seems like, you know, those that are under me are way under me. You know what I mean? Like, they have so many unqualified people nowadays doing jobs. If you, let's say, are working on Meyer, or you're working at a dollar store, or you're working in a fucking restaurant somewhere, there's always that one fool. There's always that one fool that's below you that wants to be your boss, but he's not qualified enough to be, but he is. You see what I mean? So this thing the SNAP benefits they're cutting. Oh my God, that really angers me. That's gonna be a big problem. Now let's move on to this milk recall. They're saying your local stores get this milk. It's called the Prairie Farms. They have found some kind of a cleaning agent inside of the milk. It says, do not drink milk recalled over cleaning agent contamination. So it's a Prairie Farm milk. If you guys seen, it's a pretty famous brand. Um, you can find them in your local stores, your local, I don't know, like little express marts or whatever it is around the corner of your house. But it says Prairie Farms has recalled select gallons of fat-free milk due to possible contamination with food-grade cleaning agents. The affected product was sold at Woodman's markets in Illinois and Wisconsin. Roughly 320 gallons were sold before the recall. Customers should check labels. So, this thing, it's a Prairie Farm. It's a low fat kind with a blue sticker, with a blue cap. The recall milk was distributed to Woodman's Market, Wisconsin. So this is the code. If you are in the area of Illinois, Wisconsin, and you're about to buy this milk, don't. If you're around Woodman's Markets, don't buy this milk because it's contaminated and it can make you very sick. Um, the UPC code is 72730231117. Look for the code date DECO8. Plant code PLT 19-145 and a timestamp between 1751 and 2133, roughly. So, according to the recall, Prairie Farms is working in partnership with regulatory authorities and Woodman's Markets to fully investigate the matter and company and comply with all necessary recall procedures. If you have any questions, email Prairie Farms Dairy at medmedia@prairiefarms.com. So, yeah, guys. So if you're a milk lover, do not buy Prairie Farms milk. You can buy other brands, but not Prairie Farms milk. Not just at Woodman's Market, but anywhere all in the United States. Now, I do want to talk about an issue. This is not on news. This is not breaking news. But I think you might find it interesting, and not just interesting, but kind of upsetting. Now, this has been something that's been bothering me for quite a while now. I don't find it funny, although I find it very highly offensive. And the problem is, it has to do with schools. Uh, See, where I come from, or I think anywhere in the Western world except here that I've seen that your kid is being punished for not being able to make it to the class. If your child is sick, okay, I have kids. My kids miss school. Sometimes my younger one misses a little bit more than I wanted him to, right? But you can't punish kids for missing school. Nowhere in Europe, where I went to school in Europe, I've never had anybody call my house twice or three times a day. Every night, I have a computer automatically call my home and tell me, blah, 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 your son is this many minutes late, first class, second class, to blah, 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 right? And this has kind of been a thing for some years now. They've been coming after my kids because they've been either late or not showing up to school, and they've been threatening me and my family to take us to court because my kid has allergies, and quite often than not, he misses school. Most of the times, he has a doctor note, but it's always the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not like they know he's got allergies. They know that's why he's missing school. But the problem is the system has turned into Nazis. We have system in the United States, a schooling system, and the people who are on the top are Nazis, and so they like why do you care if my kid doesn't if I don't want to go to school, well, tough fucking shit, it's just my choice. I don't want to go to school and that's it, right? Now if your kid misses school and he's sick and he doesn't have a doctor's note, you don't have to threaten me and call me every fucking night and tell me you're going to take me to court and you want to try to destroy my life over it. But it's not like my life is not already fucking shitty as it is. Now you have to call me and threaten me to put me in a court. Literally, a principal called my house. We had to go over there and talk to this motherfucker, right? And this dude literally was sitting there in the chair, and he goes like, "Your son, if he misses one more time, I'm taking you to court." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Wait a minute. You're telling me if he misses one more class, you take us to court?" "Yes." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, try. Let me see." All right. So that's the last time I've seen him. He doesn't really like me, but so the same douchebag principal called my house yesterday, and because my son's got the allergies. Anyways, we live in an old house. It's really dusty, and he goes, he's missed yesterday and the day before. He's missed about, when you add it all up, maybe a couple months, maybe month and a half. I don't know. If one more time he misses school and you don't have a doctor note, you're going to court and you go to jail. Who the fuck? Who? What school in the damn world threatens you and your kid and your family to put you to court and destroy your life over it because your kid that happens to be have an allergy and he didn't make it to school? Yes, this has been kind of an ongoing thing for a little while, but do you really have a right to do that? I'm sorry, I don't think so. You know, it's where if there's a law that in the United States Constitution that tells you that you can put a child through court because they're not making it to school because of allergies, then fuck this country, I'd say. Who wants to live in this piece of garbage if that's the law? Because I disagree with it. And this has been going on for some years now. I don't know if the principal is a freaking Nazi. I don't know if I don't know if the schools here in Michigan really suck. You know, that's the law here in Michigan, then they can just take you to court because your kid misses school. Because nowhere, I remember when I went to school and my friends, I remember back in '80s, I could miss all school that I want as long as you pass at the end and you do all your tests and you pass everything at the end. You can miss all school you want, man. Nobody's gonna take you to court over it. And I think that garbage in the United States needs to be just gone. If your school kid misses school, fine. If he wants to just leave school and just go somewhere else to some other school, fine. If he wants to drop out, fine. That's his damn choice. But don't threaten families who are already struggling to begin with to barely pay their bills. You want to take me to court over my kid not going to school. So you see how this contradicts this whole bullshit system about like, well, we want to help poor, but then we want to take them to the court because their kids are not making it in school. There's many reasons why poor families cannot get their kids to school. Okay, some live in the rural areas. Many kids can't even make it to school because they don't even have a car. There's many reasons. It could be sick. Their car could be broken. The family member could pass. Anything could be at fault. The kid could have, anxieties. He could have allergies. He could, and yet I don't know if it's the question of state to state or just it's the law in this country, but I have never and then it's not a freaking bullshit thing with like the credit cards. Well, what the fuck is that? Like, why why do people have to have like in Europe they don't even know what credit score is. I have friends in Europe. They're like, what do you mean credit score? I was like, well, yeah, here you have to have a credit score in order to get a house or rent even the shittiest apartment. Like what is that? Well, and then I have to explain what that is, and the score the credit score numbers. You got to be up to like 800 or something like that. You got to pay all your. Basically, you can't move on with your life unless you get a credit card. Like basically, that is a a spine of this bullshit uh, propaganda, like American way of American dream bullshit thing that they serve you. That it's only great in the movies, but once you step your foot in here and you see how it is, it's nothing like it. Okay. And then they tell you, well, when you grow up, you have to get a first credit card. Then you gotta buy your very first car. Then you gotta buy very first thing on your credit card. And you have to start paying it off so you can get a credit. And then once you build up your credit, then you can get a house. You can buy a car. You can buy fucking groceries. This is just a story. There's just not none of this thing. Nothing makes sense in this fucking place. It's just like a rotted cheese. It just stinks. The system doesn't make any sense. Uh, they need to remove that whole thing with the credit cards. First of all, they're not good for you anyways. And why do I have to have some kind of credit score in order to be able to pay an apartment? If I have the fucking money to pay you for the apartment, shut the F up, bro. If I have the money to buy this house and I'm working, shut the F up, man, okay? Because don't tell me I need credit. I don't. If I'm working and I'm getting paid and I got money and I'm paying my rent on time and I have enough, that's all that matters. Don't tell me that I need to listen to the banks or creditors and do it according to what they tell me how they want me to live my life. And they want me to have some kind of a 650 or 750 or 8, whatever the fuck it is, score. It's all bullshit, folks. It's bullshit and it stinks. That'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for showing up. And we'll be seeing you next couple of days. Thank you all for listening. If you haven't subscribed, push the subscribe button. If you haven't, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, Take care of each other. That's very important. Love your loved ones. Take care of your kids. Family is the most important thing in life. Just understand that, because at the end of the days, that's what it comes down to. And yeah, thank you for being here and listening to just another rambling and bambling, just another conversation. And I'm just so tired of these American politics. I really am. I'll see you guys later.